Okay, so the last episode, we were in Costa Rica. So when this is filmed, it's been about a week and a half since we got back from Costa Rica. Now, we were in Nassau, Costa Rica, doing a retreat, and you saw, if you watched the last couple episodes, that's where we were when we were doing that retreat, when we were doing those episodes. So we were lounging. It was beautiful. We were in a retreat center. We were getting fed every day. We were teaching and just having an incredible time with all the peeps that went. We
were hearing reports like, hey, there's this thing that's just blown up in Italy, and it's kind of shutting the place down.
And obviously, before we went, we knew China was dealing with it. And then once we got there, we kind of detached. We weren't listening to anything. We were doing our thing. And then we started checking in with our wives, checking in with our families, and realizing there's something blowing up in Italy. Like Italy's getting taken down. And so we started checking in, and we're realizing that this thing is getting a little crazy.
Yeah.
So,
real quick though, while we're there, because we're removed, right? We're in this bubble. We're literally in a yoga bubble, and we're like, it's a virus. It's not that big a deal. I don't know why Italy's overreacting. I'm telling you right now, like wrong perception, but that's how we felt during the time. And we're like, why? It's like literally, you're going to get a virus. You're going to be okay. It's going to be like the flu. It's no big deal. And then you're going to be immune to it for the rest of your life. That's where but then towards the end, we're like, wait, no.
People started freaking out because Italy started getting bad and things started going sideways there. And then all of a sudden people are saying, there's cases popping up in New York. The United States is going to go down the same track. So we're literally going to start feeling the same experience. This is like 1 or 2 more days left in the retreat.
Oh, we're wondering like, man, should we change our plan? Should we cut the retreat off? Do we need to get home earlier? Are they going to do a travel ban? Are the airlines going to stop flying, which actually just happened? As you're listening to this, it'll be like a week and a half ago, but as we're filming this, it just happened this past Sunday. And we were obviously we're in our yoga bubble. We're still chill. We're still teaching. We're all doing our thing. But every once in a while, there's okay, we're chill. We're just teaching. And so
some of the conversations the last couple of days at our meal tables for breakfast, lunch, and dinner start shifting more towards that because everyone's checking in with their families and realizing, all right, this is getting serious. There's some shit going down, and we need to understand what's happening. So we get back Sunday night late, right? So we get back Sunday night late, and the next day is Monday, and we start having conversations with our managers, start talking to everybody and talking with our teachers and seeing what is the feeling, what are they feeling? And
because we hadn't been in, and we're still kind of lingering in our yoga bubble, and we're like, listen, I need a download. How is everyone feeling? What's going on? Should we, in your opinion, be open? So we just started gathering information from the people who had been in on the ground and experiencing everything that was going on.
At this point, New York started blowing up. People were getting it. It started getting crazy. That was the epicenter. Washington was already blowing up, and that was an epicenter. There was all types of stuff happening, and it started getting scary for some of our teachers. People were really concerned of what does it mean to go into a yoga room and teach people, right? Am I going to get it? Oh my God, is it here? At that point, there were no cases where we were, but we started realizing that things were going to start shifting really fast. And so we decided to make the call that the very next day, that Tuesday was going to be our last day open. Tuesday came, and we were like, all right, now what? Because this is what we bump up against, guys, is okay, the reality of the situation that we don't have any control over is thrust upon us. What do I do? Do I act out of fear? Do I act out of love? What do I do in this moment? And so we got clear and said, what's the next thing?
So, and that's so important. I just want to stop right there because we didn't ask ourselves, why is this happening? Because that is not a constructive question that will lead you to an answer that will make your life better. Why is this happening is looking at the past and trying to figure out and try to resist. This is Yoga 101, trying to resist the isness of the situation, which for us at the time, there wasn't a mandate for us to close down. We chose to do it because we knew it was the right call. I wrote an email to all our members. I was like, we did it because this is our sleep good at night decision. And we knew that this was the right decision. Now, it means we're losing revenue every day. It means we could potentially lose all of our members. We're not operating, then what are they paying for? But the last 5 years that we've been in business, our focus has been direct response marketing, which we've done podcasts about this in the past, the difference between general marketing and direct response marketing, online marketing, and how to leverage social media to be able to expand your impact in people's lives. We've also been doing online courses. All last year was devoted to creating all these online courses that we've now put in as added value to our teacher trainings, added value to people coming into our yoga studios. And so without even knowing it, right? And let me be really honest, that was very successful for us. But what I feel all of that training was for right now. Because on Tuesday, last day, Wednesday, first live streaming class was up and running. We didn't wait. We didn't know if we were doing it. We started a Facebook group. We said, hey, everyone, join this Facebook group. We're going to give you the 2 online courses when you join it. And we're going to start live streaming classes right now, today at 4:00. That was Wednesday. There was no buffer between oh, this is happening, we're closing down, to what are we going to do? Why is this happening? Because we asked ourselves the question, and this is where my point was when I started this, which is the question was, how can we continue to serve to make our lives better now than they were before and create a bigger impact in our lives? You see, the question of why is this happening versus how can I serve more now and create a better life now than I had it before will give you a completely different answer and will spur different actions.
One of those answers will be empowering, and the other will be disempowering. This is every single decision that we make. We can either, the decision that we make, the choices, the questions, literally the questions we ask ourselves are either one that can disempower, can take our power away from us and force us to become a victim, or empower us, allow us to take the next right step. And so this is what it comes down to, guys, is where am I right now and what is the next step I can take? What is the exact next thing I can do? If we can align ourselves with that, then there's going to be another thing that we can do. So this is the other part of it. If you have people that follow you, if you have a yoga studio, if you have a yoga following, if you have people that are taking classes with you, that love what you do, the next right action is going to be aligned with how can I provide the next level of value for those people? What can I do to help those people in this moment of their lives? Because guess what, guys? Everybody's experiencing the same craziness that we're all experiencing right now. The virus, everyone's freaked out about being too close to people, right? They want to get distance. they feel disconnected from their friends and family, right? It's our job as yoga practitioners, as yoga teachers, as doing what we do, even if your industry is something else, to create connection. And so the next right action is to create connection through social media, through the internet, through our only ability to actually create that connection. That's where we are right now. And that's what we've been doing.
And so what's required, and this isn't we're so great, self-aggrandizing, it's been a grind. From that Wednesday, we have taught every single day, 2 times a day, while trying to realize oh man, there's this whole new thing that's coming into our lives that we have to build towards, and the work that has to happen behind the scenes. We're literally teaching and then jumping down, literally right over there, and getting on our computers and connecting and building funnels and email sequences and so here's my point, is that no one cares if you like it or not. There's so much, I'm part of this group, and it's full of all yoga studio owners, and there's so much oh, I just don't feel the connection with my students when I'm doing it virtually. No one gives a shit. I mean, this is my point. It's not about you. It's not about you. I would much rather have people filled in this room and be walking around and feeling their physical energy of them moving and having the heat and people sweating and having that experience and then connecting with them afterwards when they're just in this blissful state. But guess what? That's not the reality of what we're living in right now. And for you to care too much about how you don't like it, you're missing the point. You're not doing it for you, and you're doing it for them. Show up for your people who need you now more than ever. Get online. Stop waiting. Turn your phone on. Get a Facebook group. Have everyone join it. Go live every single day. Do whatever you have to do, and then learn and reiterate and iterate and iterate until you make it better. That's like, it drives me crazy because I'm seeing all these people that are just so caught up in their own melodrama. People that have chosen this path to teach yoga to people to help them live better lives. Like, it's not about you. If you're a yoga teacher, it's not about you. Do whatever you have to do in whatever medium, whatever form to connect with the people who need you most now. So number one, like, how do you survive? Get out of your own way and just do what's necessary. Like, I don't care what medium I have to do. I don't know how this is going to turn out. We have zero idea. They say a month, like we're mandatorily shut down for a month, like 2 days ago.
And most likely it's going to be longer than that. Right?
The reality is, like, it's not going to go away anytime soon. If you just look at the history of what's going on in China, what went on in China, they're recovering now. What's going on in Italy right now, what's happening in Spain and France, and what's happening in New York and these pockets of the country. I don't know what's going to happen to our studio. But what I know is that I'm not focused on what was. I'm focused on how can I serve now? And that's if you're a yoga teacher, how can you serve your people now? Who are the people that need you most? Get to work doing it in whatever form and whatever medium that's required, and get over yourself about how much you like it or don't like it, because it's not about you.
So, number one, get out of your own way. Number two, what's the next right action you can take? Number three, jump into social media, because that is the best place to connect. People are sitting at home. They have nothing to do. They are on social media. They are watching TV. They're doing whatever they're doing, but they are online right now. Anyone notice that your Wi-Fi slow? Guess what? All of America's online right now. Serve your people where they are. And right now, they are on their computers, they're on their tablets, or on their phones. If you want to save your business, jump into that space and start connecting with your people, right? That's going to be the next thing. And like Chris said, it's not easy. If you haven't studied, you've never done it before, you're afraid of videoing yourself, get over yourself, get on video, jump on your phone, make it simple, and just do everything from your phone. So many people that we know do that and have thriving businesses because of that, right? Just doing that, using it that simply, right? Get on your phone and start. People are going to appreciate it. People need it now more than ever, whether it's yoga that you offer, whether it's you're into fitness, whatever your niche is. Connect with people, because that's what this is really about, is how do you connect with your people? They need it now more than ever. So get on your phone. Do not hesitate. Do it right now. Do a post, and then continue to do a post every single day. Right? Get people into a Facebook group and provide crazy value for them right now, and it will come back around later on.
Yeah, because it's time to step up in this yoga world as an entrepreneur of yoga, as someone who's dedicated themselves to teaching and helping people, to step up as a leader, to be that for whoever it is. And maybe it's just your family and you're helping them. Maybe it's like you have like 3 private students and you're like connecting with them every day and helping them in a way that like you're just absolutely being selfless in the service, because now is the time, because people need it. And for you to step up and be that leader for your community is so important, and to stop caring about the medium that's required to connect with people. Who knows how this is going to end? Like, who knows the fracture that may happen that lasts in our society with this social distancing? There may be this level of like uncertainty that's maintained, this lack of intimacy that we can't embrace each other anymore. I don't know how it's going to be. So that may mean that our work now is totally online. It's totally via social media. It's totally getting people on Zoom and connecting with them that way. And if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. So get out of your own way. Do what needs to happen. Use whatever form, whatever medium you need to connect with those people, and just step up.
Step up and lead. Thank you all for jumping in. Thank you so much. Rise up, be free. Take care, people.
Yes. Thanks so much for listening to Yoga Entrepreneur Secrets. Do you have a question that you'd like us to answer raw and uncut on the podcast?
If you want your questions answered, all you need to do is head over to Apple Podcasts and do 3 simple things.
1, rate and review, telling us what you think of the podcast. 2, in that review, ask anything you want related to yoga. And 3, if you want a shout out, leave your Instagram handle or name. And that's it.
Then listen in to hear your question answered live, raw, and uncut.
Join us next time on Yoga Entrepreneur Secrets Podcast.
Thanks.